Incisions in breast augmentation. Which is the best? Hi, I'm Dr. Reynald Torres, Head Cosmetic Surgeon of the Reynald Center. There are three common routes of placements of breast implants. The incisions are either placed on the armpit, around the areola, or inframammary fold or under the breast. So the first incision we're talking about is the inframammary incision. This incision is placed under the breast, so it lies on the breast crease. The advantage of this incision is there's easy access of the breast, and when you put the implants in, you will not be touching any part of the breast ducts or nipples. So this means that there's less chance of breast sensation or breast nipple sensation changes, and there will be less changes in the breast duct. So chances of breastfeeding in the future is still higher because no violation of breast ducts was done. If you want large implants also, the incision can be extended as long as you want to accommodate the right size of the implant. So in patients requiring larger implants or certain kinds of implants like textured implants, an inframammary fold incision may be the best for you. The disadvantage of this one is, of course, like any wound, there can be a hypertrophic scar or a keloid scar under your breast. However, this breast incision lies along the breast crease and is very well camouflaged by the breast and may be covered by the breast itself after the surgery. The second incision that we will talk about is the periareolar incision. Periareolar means the incision is placed along the junction where the areola of your breast meets the skin of your breast. Because there's a difference in the color of the areola and the breast tissue, that junction provides an area that can camouflage the incision of the breast. So it's very well hidden, and even with a bikini, you cannot see this incision, and it heals very good. The advantage of this kind of incision is you have very good access to the breast itself because you're going from the top. And if there are certain breast conditions that you may address, like large areolas, because of course the incision must accommodate the implant. So in patients with moderate to large areolas, this is a good site to put this incision. If you will need reduction of the areola or a decrease in the diameter of the areola when doing the breast augmentation, then this access is also good because you would have only one incision for two surgeries for the reduction of your areola and access of the implants towards the breast. It has also a good exposure of the breast, meaning when you open it on top of the breast, you can see the breast tissues inside. If you want to remove something inside like injected material, this is a good site to put your incision. And if you want to put your breast implant under the muscle, it is also a good access point. Some breasts have mild to moderate sagging, and in mild sagging, sometimes placement of implants can lift the breast and address the sagging. And in mild to moderate sagging, you may need to do a lift called a Benelli lift, which is ideal for breasts with a moderate amount of sagging, wherein you remove some skin around the areola. When doing this kind of lift together with breast implants, you access the breast through the same incision. So a periareolar incision is also good when you need a little lift. And in patients with tubular breast, condition where your breasts are tubular in size, or in conditions where your breasts are tubular in shape, then periareolar incision is the best placement of the incision because this accesses the areas where your breast tissue need to be freed and accessed through this incision, so you can shape the breast into a more conical shape by placement of the implants. So the disadvantage of a periareolar incision is there's potential damage to breast ducts. So there's a potential that you may damage the milk-producing tissue of your breast and affect breastfeeding in the future. And there's also a chance that you have changes in breast sensation or sensation on your nipples. However, there are ways to avoid this one even through a periareolar incision, and you ask your surgeon if he's skilled enough to avoid all these structures, because you can still access the breast going around these structures through a periareolar incision. The last is a transaxillary incision, which is placement of the incision along one of the creases on your armpit. So the advantage of this one is you absolutely have no incision on your breast, and the incision is placed or is hidden in your armpit. The disadvantage of this incision is the armpit is an area that may be seen even with regular clothes, especially sleeveless clothes, and while it's healing, you may have a visible scar on your armpit. Another disadvantage is it's a one-time thing. So if you need to change implants in the future, if you need any revisions, then maybe your surgeon may opt to use a new incision site aside from the incision that was originally placed on your axilla. And then another disadvantage of this incision is if you have some sagging, this may not be the best access for you to put your breast implants, because there's a possibility that you will have either high riding implants and sagging breasts over the implant, and it will make your breast looking down at the ground. And if we need a lift together with the breast augmentation, maybe this is not the best location to put your implants. However, in patients who are very thin, this is a good placement of implants. If you don't like your incisions placed on the breast itself and you have small breasts, this is another option for you. And in patients with no defined crease on the breast or under the breast, there's no crease there, then this placement of the implant along the axilla is also a good option. So each of these incisions have their indications. They have advantage over the other, and also each has its own disadvantages also. The incision, in short, will really depend on the present condition of your breast. Are you having a revision? Do you need a lift together with the implants? Is your skin the type that heals darkly, or is your skin the type that has keloids? So you should discuss this very well, and a good examination of your breast by your surgeon will really help decide on the placement of the implants. I hope that you learned something today, and if you really like my content, just like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.